Wow, that was a really redemptive third period. What were some of the discussions you guys had in that second intermission to settle things?
Honestly, it was just to relax. It's how the playoffs are supposed to feel. There's never going to be times where it's going to be easy. It's meant to be hard. And they're a really good team, and it took a lot for us a lot of patience and a lot of grinding, and then you finally get that goal and you get some good feelings. But all we talked about is this is exactly what we're supposed to be. It's exactly how we're supposed to feel. Embrace the hard, and eventually things are going to go for you. And I thought tonight we found a way to make the one more play in the power play that they did the first game.
You held the Wolves through, I think it was 32 minutes throughout the game through 3 shots. How did you guys adjust your game from last game to this game to make that type of a difference?
Well, I don't know that we're adjusting. I think when they play with the lead, sometimes they're looking to be above all the time, and a lot of dump and chase. And I thought we did a good job on retrievals, so there wasn't any zone time or anything like that. But honestly, I wasn't really looking at the shot clock. I was just, looking at that one on the board, hoping it would turn to a 2. And as time's going by, you're hoping that the guys are going to get rewarded because they're pushed so hard. A lot of bumps and bruises, but like I said, this is what the playoffs are supposed to feel like.
What stands out to you about the sense of belief on the bench, especially as that clock is ticking down in the third?
Yeah, I thought it got tested tonight, honestly. As you said, it's ticking down. You're looking for maybe a special play, and it really isn't. Honestly, it's just hard work. And then you make a pass from behind the net, and J-Mac comes up with his first of the playoffs. Right? So another guy that is stepping up. We've had a lot of contributions from a lot of different areas, but we haven't gotten to this point because we're a lucky team. It's because we're a good team. And I thought tonight the guys believed in the fact that they're a good team, and eventually it's going to go.
Chicago is a team that likes to pack the house and make it difficult to get to the interior and generate chances from there. What are some things that you've encouraged your players to do and how they create to get a little more dangerous?
Honestly, it's just pay a price to get there. As the season goes on, the later we get, the price gets higher. It's harder to go in there. You're going to have to wear a cross-check. You're going to have to get physical. And you just have to be willing to pay that price. And I agree with you. They plug it up in there and they make it difficult. And as I said when we talked in the second intermission, the difficult is what makes this time of year the best. And, it's games like this that you're going to remember going forward.
Scary moment for TJ Hughes in the second there as he got boarded, and what looked like he may have almost broken his face in the stanchion there, but came back and responded with that goal in the third period for you guys. How scary of a moment was it for you?
Anytime a player's down for a while, you have concern. You never want to see anybody down, theirs or our players. And I'm happy that he was able to come back clearly, and to come back and get a goal. Again, a young player trying to figure it out. Development time, as we talk about, there's no better, development than taking a big hit, maybe coming back a little bumped up, a little bruised, and scoring a big goal for your team. For me, that's a big moment for that player.
Now, I know you've talked to Corey the last game about how big of an impact he's had on the team and how well he's adjusted. How well do you think he has adjusted from the college game to the pro game?
Well, I think his game was always suited for pro. I think that's why our team signed him. There's something in there they see. I think there's always an adjustment when you come to a new city, with a new group of players, living in a hotel. There's a lot. So I think that acclimation period is finally over for him. He's finding routines. He's got his guys in the room. He knows names of everybody. And now I think you can just see a guy that's playing hockey, which I think is important. You get these guys as acclimated as possible and allow them to do what they love to do.
It's been really good in the face-off dot. Just overall, generally, what do you do with your players to prepare them ahead of matchups and games? And then what are you seeing from him specifically where he's digging in and kind of getting that advantage?
Yeah, it was something that was identified by our scouting staff that he was pretty good in the dot. They see film on guys. We'll go over some technique. I took draws. There's Megs is here, who's played a long time. You're just bouncing ideas off of guys. But I think what's most impressive for a young player is they see him making adjustments game to game. The more he takes face-offs against the same guy, it's not just the same move and hoping for the best. He's making adjustments. He's trying to get that advantage, and I think that's the sign of somebody becoming a pro.
What are you expecting in this series going on the road from your team, and how big of a difference does last change really make?
Well, I expect nothing different, honestly. We've been a good road team all year. For me, last change doesn't affect much. We've kind of rolled lines all year, and I trust all 12 guys in situations. So it's not something that I'm going to be chasing matchups. Didn't really chase it tonight as the home team, to be honest. So my guys are accustomed to that. They know when they're out there against their dangerous players, and they know that they have to have the antennas up when they are. But I'm not relying on a handful of guys to shut down or anything like that. We're a team. We're going to play as a team and hopefully continue to find success.
How difficult do you think it is for Minor to sit essentially for such long periods of time and then be expected to take that one key shot in a period like he has been?
Yeah, I mean, I would gather that it's probably hard, but I'm sure in his profession you'd take a shot a period. I think you'd take your chances, your numbers would be pretty good. So I think as difficult as it might be on our goaltender, I'll continue to, as a coach, encourage us to keep the shot totals pretty low.
This is a little delayed in asking you this, but this is the first time this team has advanced as far as the Western Conference Final as an AHL team. Have you had a moment to reflect on what that's meant to you in your first year as a head coach here? Not
really. I think the reflection is always something that's postseason, something you do. I'm asking them to stay in it, and if I'm asking them, I have to do the same thing. I have to stay in the moment. There's another big Game 3 coming up in a few days, and then that's where my focus will be for now.
That's all I got. Thank you so much.